everyone, and welcome to our activity for this week. Of course, my name is Heather, and this week is our Deep in the Sea or ocean themed week. And because of that, we are going to be making a button jellyfish. This is going to be a really fun activity. Of course, you're just using things that you have laying around your house. Of course, if you don't have buttons, get creative. Use whatever you have in your house. But just before we get started in the actual activity, I'm going to show you, in theory, what you need to complete this activity. So the first thing that you need is just some regular old cardboard. This is just a box that came in the mail. So I'm going to repurpose that for this activity. So that's the first thing that you're going to need. The second thing that you're going to need is some kind of an adhesive. So of course we can use the classic Elmer's glue, wet glue, or glue stick. Today, just so that this dries a little bit faster, I'm going to be using a hot glue gun. But of course, if you don't have this, no worries. The Elmer's glue or the glue stick work just fine. It just takes a little bit longer to dry. The next thing that you are going to need are a pair of scissors and a hole punch. Then you will need some kind of a writing utensil, a Sharpie, a pen, a pencil, just to draw the shape of our jellyfish onto our cardboard. And then only two more things to complete this activity. You are going to need some buttons. These are just an assorted bunch of colors. And then you will need some ribbon. Of course, if you don't have these things in your house, no worries, just use whatever you have. If you don't have buttons, use some pens, use some markers, use whatever you have. With ribbon, if you don't have ribbon, just use some string. You know, get really creative, use whatever you have in your house, but let's get right into it and go ahead and make our jellyfish. So of course, the first thing I'm going to do is make the shape of the jellyfish. That's gonna be using our cardboard. So the first thing I'm gonna do is just cut out the shape of the top of the jellyfish onto the cardboard, cut it out, get it all ready for our next step. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that and I'll show you what it looks like after. So that is all done. I've gone ahead and taken my cardboard box and cut out a shape of the top of a jellyfish. So now, of course, I'm not sure if you can quite see it yet, but this is what we're gonna be covering in our buttons. And then we're gonna attach our ribbon from the bottom here. So of course it's gonna look like a jellyfish. And you can do really anything you want with this. You can hang it up outside, you can put it on your wall, lots of fun things you can do with this. But our next step in this craft is really the fun part. Well, we're gonna take our buttons and we're gonna glue them onto the actual cardboard. So I'm gonna go ahead and make mine and I will show you what it looks like after. All right, and I am all done putting my buttons on. This is what it looks like now. So of course, this is just the top of the jellyfish. We wanna also add the bottom of the jellyfish. So while I was adding my buttons, I actually took my handy dandy hole punch and I punched some holes just here at the very bottom of the jellyfish. Now I'm gonna take some ribbon that I have. It's just in this gold color, it's just like a small ribbon, and I'm going to loop it through those holes and I'm gonna tie it off, and we're gonna have some streamers coming off of the bottom of the jellyfish, and then we're basically done. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that and I'll show you what it looks like after. Alrighty, so I'm all done with that step. So now this is what our jellyfish is looking like. Of course, you can see the nice golden strings down here. Very, very pretty. This, of course, would be great to hang up in your house, maybe hang out outside. It's totally up to you how you want to do that. Of course, if you do want to hang it up, I would suggest that you do the same process as down here, where you take your hole punch and you punch a hole at the top, and of course, run your string through that as well and hang it up using that. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I will show you the finished product. All right, and I hope you all enjoyed that activity. Of course, this is the end of the activity, but it is not the end of our Oceans Week. We will have another reading coming on Wednesday. I hope you all tune in for that. I also hope you enjoyed our first reading for this week. And of course, if you do end up completing this activity, let us know at the library. You can send us a message on Facebook, send us an email, whatever works best for you. We would love to hear from you. But that is it for the activity for this week, and I hope to see you all next week for another really fun activity. Thanks so much. Have a good day. Bye-bye.